like to think that I've gotten pretty lucky with my injuries. The most serious one was when I fell on my head during my high school sports festival. But this one was a whole other beast. This took place during 7th grade camp, where all the kids in 7th grade would go on a fun little excursion for 3 days and 2 nights. There were activities littered all over the campsite, and then you'd go around doing all these activities. You didn't really get a choice, it was whatever was assigned to you on that day.
Nice shot!
Wall climbing, a zip line, and the star of today's show, the giant swing. To operate this giant swing was simple. Riding the swing required you to put on a tether. There was a giant, long rope that required everyone to pull it, and this was connected to that tether. This will lift the person up to a higher altitude. Next, the person that is suspended will have to pull on this little pin, and then the tether will detach from the rope and start swinging. Also, there was a giant cliff. The most important part of this was the tether, because of its design. It started how every activity started, and that is with a very long and drawn-out explanation of how everything was gonna work. Safety stuff, blah 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 blah.
And that is why jumping in front of a car is a bad idea. Oh, makes sense. I didn't think of that.
To be completely honest, I wasn't paying attention. Then he told all the girls to get up and then stand to the side for a bit while he talks to the boys. This is a sign, and I didn't even notice. What the instructor talked about was how us men should be gentlemen and how we should practice chivalry. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what he said. I wasn't listening, remember? But I feel like I knew what he said in hindsight. Turns out what he said was that when you're putting on your straps, pull on the straps first to make sure that you're not feeling any unwanted pressure. So you know if you have to readjust. And then it was time. We were on the giant swing. This pain was indescribable, incapacitating, insufferable. It was horrible. It's almost as if I should have listened. I was floored, is what I would say if I wasn't hanging 40 feet in the air. I immediately told them to stop. I was screaming on the top of my lungs. Stop, please. Do you guys hear something? No? I had to wait until this thing stopped swinging, which probably took a couple of seconds, but up there, it felt like the hyperbolic time chamber. Time dilation up there was crazy. That was the highlight of the day. And then we drank milk, and then it was time for bed. That's it. There's no more. Go home.